Hey, good evening. Welcome. Trending topics. Let's talk. Beautiful Wednesday, May 3rd,
Yes.
2023. Faith, Tonya, and Q here. Once again, Tanya's not here tonight. Unfortunately, she probably knowing her, she probably
Sleep.
passed out, sleep,
Sleep.
whatever. But a lot going on. We haven't done a show in a couple weeks. There's been a lot of personal stuff going on, and it's interesting. For those that's watching, I was telling Faith earlier. Um, One of the things we do, we talk about trending topics, and sometimes we talk about celebrities and known personalities, and they never cease to give you content to talk about. They choose to have their personal lives public, and you don't have to have your personal life public, but a lot of us choose to. So when you choose to have your personal life public for public consumption, everything you do, the public is going to dissect it, criticize you. So this week, we'll get right to it. Um, and I'll read the article. Very interesting. Hold up. Uh, it was, let's see. This is here why the Brat and Jessica part didn't use a black. We
You
all
breaking
know
up.
that these for sperm
You
donor.
breaking up.
While the Brat is happily married and pregnant with her first child, the rapper and her wife, Jessica Judy Depart, had a rough time finding a suitable sperm donor. In a new interview with The Root, the couple explained that they went with a non black sperm donor, revealing that there is a shortage of black donors to choose from. After starting with a few thousand candidates, hundreds were ruled out based on things revealed in Judy's genetic screening. At the end of the day, the pair only had 300 potential donors, and only one of them was black.
Mm.
And that dude looked like Jimmy the Cricket. Brat laughed. I was like, I'm sorry, but that wasn't going to be my choice. They caught a lot of backlash, and people had something to say, Faith.
Well,
Um,
since I got the whole story now, I didn't know. See, this is when you get, bits of
that
information. I didn't know you were the
her wife's
only black one.
egg was put in the Brat, because a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, why is Judy's medical history so important? Her egg was put in the Brat to have
And Brad
with the
just
sperm.
carrying it. So
She
it could be
did.
both of their
She's carrying.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be both of their baby, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, I definitely get it. But at first I was upset because I thought she was on some color struck, until you enlightened me. I didn't know it was only one black guy and he was hit. I would have went with a different race too.
I'm
It
gonna
could
ask you a
sound
question.
superficial, but we just gonna be honest, especially if they hit, nobody wanna hurt their baby like that. I wouldn't even it wouldn't been about the color. If you weren't attractive and I gotta
Well,
pick I could pick my baby jeans, like literally, I'm gonna skip you too.
unfortunately, and this is what people do when they do interviews or shows. People will interview you, and the Brat said exactly what she said, and a clip of the interview came out. And I think that a lot of times when the clip of the interview, the soundbite comes out, that's to draw people into the interview,
Mm-hmm.
headline, whatever. That's to draw people in. And by drawing people in, the clip created a bunch of controversy because all they got was the Brat was saying Jimmy the Cricket. Basically, it was the perception of
She
how
didn't
it
want a
was
black
presented,
baby.
like they didn't want a black baby because a black
Exactly.
man or whatever was ugly. And this is something that scientists, believe it or not, and people who study human traits, we say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but actually beauty, there's a certain characteristic, I guess. And they didn't want
I
they
still
didn't
think beauty in the eye of the beholder because somebody you'll say is attractive and another man will say, nah, oh. you know, and you be like, you crazy. But I think like mostly ugly, like ugly is a very strong word. I mean, you know, they ain't saying fear, they ain't saying I. If you tell me ugly, I'm thinking of hit, you know. So Jiminy Cricket. If I'm think of ugly, so yeah.
So so Faith, that came out, and then unfortunately, you know, these celebrities, man, and I always will keep saying it. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like what you say, but stand on what you said. And a lot of these celebrities, because they're not as accomplished as we try to, or they try to make themselves think, or they will have this perception of what they want people to think, they backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, because the brat is carrying a baby, Judy had to come out and she clarified the whole situation because she didn't want, I guess, their fans, their supporters, to make them seem like a
Like
black man
they
wasn't worthy enough.
how I took it honestly before you showing me the clip is if self hate. You know, it was that's how I took it. Honestly, like dang, you'd rather have a different race than your own baby. But when she said he was hit, it looked like Jiminy Cricket. He was the only thing that was the only one of the choice of black. I wouldn't take him either. If I
But
want, I'm not gonna pick no ugly baby daddy on purpose.
Faith, is
Even if he
that
was,
some?
even if he was black, like say if it was, they all was black. I'm gonna look for the strongest, most intelligent, handsomest, tall. I get the pick, so I will. I will be picky out the black. I'm not gonna pick the short, um, ugly guy with no teeth. I'm not gonna do it. No education. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna pick somebody successful with great genes, handsome, tall built. If I could make my own baby, like, so I get it
Yeah,
now.
I remember some time ago, a couple years ago, there was a billionaire who basically said he wanted LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby because of the athletic gene, because of their traits. I think that a lot of times people don't realize how common this is because a lot of us, you meet somebody, they attract to you, y'all have kids, whatever, however people's families makeup goes. But then you have those that really study and really take into consideration, I don't want that guy. I don't, I know somebody who won't,
Some
I know a
families is
female who
like
will
that. They be
not
like,
date.
oh, they not intelligent. It don't always
Yeah,
have to be race. It could be finances. They're not wealthy
yeah.
enough to to
They
mate
don't come
with
from a
our
good
family.
family.
Exactly, and looks too. You
Yeah.
know, if I've always been attracted to ugly men, and I have. They I ain't had no kids enough, but I have. But I'm like, oh no, we don't want to chance that because shoot.
Yo, I know somebody that, a female, that she won't date Haitian men. She
I'm not gonna say that. I want to say I used to be like that. I was, and it was out of fear because my aunt raised me. She told me that if you mess with a Haitian or Jamaican, they're gonna put voodoo on you. They're gonna be possessive, especially you a red bone. They crazy with red bones. So it was a couple of Haitian brothers that was cool and they liked me and I was attracted to them, but I was so it was embedded in me that they cuckoo and they'd kill me.
so you were scared to drive through Jefferson Park.
No, I was cool with everybody, but I didn't want. I First of all, I got that magic, so I'm like, I can't throw no extra crazy on nobody now.
Yeah, they subject to lose their mind, huh?
Yes,
Give them
I ain't got
give them a little
time.
give them a little taste or two. They subject.
It's over for real.
they,
Shoot,
next thing you know, they throwing pebbles at your window and everything. Like, yo,
for real,
Faye,
trying to take me
Faye,
and the family out.
Faye, come out, come outside. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
nah,
go through
dude,
that
like that.
with regular black men. So imagine somebody that's more aggressive. So I was scared, but not now.
Yeah.
Not now.
So I think it's interesting. I think that like I said, it don't be more of what people say and what they say, because you're entitled to say and move and go about your life, long as it's not infringing on anybody else. Go
Yeah,
about your business any other way. However,
keep
that
peace
when the
sticking
optics,
out.
like, they don't be knowing the room, and when that shit don't land and they get pushed back, they be doing so much nigga splaining. So I'm gonna play what Judy said. It's two clips, and after listening to her and knowing her medical history, and this is something that I think we should consider, those of us who may still be trying to have kids, like, yo, you got to know, and I know that a lot of us in the black community, that sickle cell trait is serious.
Mm-hmm.
You mate with the wrong person, and then this is where sickle cell come from.
Yeah,
And it's not that you just need to know somebody's medical history.
you do.
All right, hold up.
Fuck it. Let's get into it. I see all the headlines. Um, yeah, we did an interview with a publication, and when we did the interview with the publication, they had access to the first episode. In the first episode of Brad Loves Judy, we are in search of black donors. So a question was asked around that because you saw in real time us trying to find a black donor, and you saw the difficulties. There are difficulties. There's a lot of facts in the world that people, I feel like, really don't know or are ignorant to, and that's that black men make up 5% or less of the sperm donation pool. And then even with that, once you put in your genetic testing, you'll be lucky to find
It froze.
everything. And the severity of the things that I'm a carrier of, if we chose somebody that had the same thing, our child would most likely have it. And they're severe. So
there she was,
Yeah.
unfortunately, this morning, explaining to the people that don't understand, the people that didn't know why they got a white donor. I guess because of the pushback, and I thought it was interesting because these things trend because um, these
Yeah.
celebrities, known personalities,
And they
you
and they good
allow
at taking your words and switching them around for their benefit.
but my
Mm-hmm.
whole thing is don't allow people
To set
you
you
could
up.
be a celebrity and you could be a public person. That doesn't mean your private life is should be consumed by the public. You allow the public into your private life. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
they
so
do
you know
these
how it's gonna
reality
come. That's
shows.
true.
They do these reality shows, and reality shows are there for clickbait, bring you
Yeah.
in, bring your audience in. And a lot of times the celebrities do this to make their brand grow, to continue being relevant in the circles that they travel in. And I think that we know how funny and the brat always is. She's always been a spontaneous personality and will say what's on her mind. I think
Like
that,
me, I get in
yeah,
trouble.
she
I
just
become
said
a
Jimmy the Crick.
celebrity, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna be in the
And Faith,
tabloid
the reality is
because my
a lot
mouth.
of women say he ugly. I wouldn't mess with him. I wouldn't talk to him. Look at him. He
Yeah.
this, he that. He shaped this way. He shaped that way. He fat. He got more titties than I got. This is something that a lot of women
Now
will
big
even
men sexy now. Big men is
well,
sexy.
a lot of women
Yeah.
will even say that about the guys that they cool with. Like, I don't mess with him like that.
Yeah.
He community P
He
or
cool, but
this.
he ugly or yeah.
Yeah, he got community
To
P.
me,
That's like
that's that's why I really believe beauty is eye to beholder. Because I had the last ugly guy I was with, you know, when he first tried to talk to him, I'm like, if you don't get out my face, but he was so persistent. Then when I got to know him, he was funny, he was charming. And then I saw beauty in him. I loved his smile. I loved his eyes. I noticed he had a dimple after, I got to know him. So now he
you made
became
him cute.
attractive.
You made him
He
cute.
became cute. He became cute. They're like, what the hell? I'll never forget my cousin Mira met him. And she was, when he walked to the store, she was like, he ugly as hell. I said, you crazy as hell. I was like, you crazy as hell. She was like, oh, girl, you in love.
Oh, oh, you made him cute. You start thinking about all. Look at him. Look at the way he walk. He pigeon
Now,
toe. He
he
bow
was real
legged.
dark, so I'm attracted to dark skin.
He
But
had Hershey special. Look at him. His
yeah,
teeth white. Like
straight,
look at
his
his
dimple.
hair. Look at his hair.
Look,
His
he a
hair.
Cowboy fan. I thought he
you
was the
you st-
one.
you start thinking of all stuff like even for guys, yo, she responsible, yo, she clean as hell, yo, like
Yeah,
she smells so good,
yeah.
this that and third, and she may
Looks
not
don't
be.
matter when you connect with somebody and all that. Then you will find beauty in them. So I do believe beauty in the eye of the beholder, but I got to be attracted to something, you know, something.
So I we on to another subject, which I thought that subject was interesting to say the least, because we be in our delusion, we be wanting you know the size 4 hourglass, no fault.
I used to hate when I was a size 4. I hated
Well,
it. I hated being skinny.
Faith,
Huh?
one of the things is that a lot of us look for choosing a mate like we're going to build a bear, and
Yeah.
we're picking this perfect person that don't got flaws, or don't want them to have flaws, and
Yeah.
it's a difference between having standards and being in dream
Yeah.
world. I
Yeah. I
want
think,
everybody should have
yeah.
standards,
Yeah,
but don't be in
everybody.
dream world.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I
So
one
one of
time
the,
met this guy. Well, I had a crush on him in high school. He was fine as hell, but I was shy, but early in high school, not later. And but I had a crush on him. So after the years go by, he out of college, and he pushed up on me, and I'm like, oh, I'm going on a date with such and such. He fine as hell. He's still looking good, looking even better. But I never got to know him. I just always saw him in passing, like, oh, he's so fine,
straight
he's so
dud.
fine. Yeah, what? His laugh turned me off. He's like, hook, hook. I was like, what the hell? He had no
Yeah,
conversation. I like to talk. We can't even communicate because it's like birds was chirping his head. I was like, yo, he's slow as hell. Like, I not let him know, like, we could be cool, but mm-mm.
yeah, straight dud. Those type of situations is interesting.
Slow.
You be
Like,
you be
dippity
you be
doo-dah.
your expectation of the individual be so high,
Yeah.
and you be like, then you have them up there in like that friend zone, because that this person in your mind is so perfect that if you start pursuing it and they don't live up to the expectation that you put up there, you're gonna be disappointed. But
Yeah,
one of
but
the
to me, I could do it a lot, but you gotta have a brain. Like I can't date nobody without a brain. It'll drive me crazy.
yeah, yeah, be able to hold it intelligent, or
Yes, like I'm silly and goofy and stuff, but when it's time to be serious and communicate and talk and have a serious conversation, and I can't even have a simple conversation with you, it's a problem.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm intellectual, simple. It was really like Kelly Bundy. I'm like, no. I'm like, all
Well,
that
you
fineness for
all want to
nothing.
you all want to night. I done got you thinking about him, and you like, man, that was the
That was
worst.
what I got on the phone. My girlfriend like, girl, like you got chill. Hell no. I told my stomach hurt. He was turning me off. Like I like what? You used to have a big crush on my like he's slow.
Mm, mm, mm. So one of the other topics that's trending is Jamie Foxx allegedly had a stroke a couple weeks ago. Some people say he was supposed to be coming home. I know he sent a message talking about keep praying for me. I'm doing well. Allegedly, he broke his silence, or he tweeted, or was on IG and said that. And a
Yeah,
lot of people was wondering, like, yo, what's the significance of the stroke? They just replaced him in Shazam with Nick Cannon, I seen, or some other actor. So
yeah.
they're replacing him in roles, and actually, he was on set while filming
When
them
the
doing a
when the
movie. So they
incident
could,
happened, yeah,
yeah. So they finished doing that. So I know that you had seen something where one of our fellow influencers
yeah,
said some things about Jamie Foxx.
yeah. She definitely rubbed me the wrong way.
What did she say?
Basically, she was saying that um someone interviewed Jamie, he in passing, I think it was TMZ or somebody, I'm not sure. And they was like, when did you get married, or what you think about marriage or whatever. His comment was saying like, when I'm old and gray in a wheelchair, then I get a wife, basically. So she was like, did Jamie Foxx, this is her cap, like her title, like Jamie Foxx um dying on his deathbed alone, like,
Mm,
and saying because he not married now look, you by yourself. He's not by himself. His family, his daughter, everybody by his bed. And just because he not married doesn't mean he don't have somebody that loves him in a romantic way and that he love in a romantic way. Like I don't get it now. And the crazy part is she's divorced. She just got divorced. Well, she done making a divorce. She was, for 20 years they was together, and she's supposed to be divorced. So that means if you died tomorrow, you died alone because you're not married. No.
Yeah,
And then is
what
it sensitive? This man fighting for his life. He's not dead, so he on his deathbed dying alone because he eating his words. So everybody like, oh, he manifested his illness to die alone. It just irked me.
yeah, one of the things is I try not to never my way is I try not to never come at other content creators or influencers because I understand how hard what we do is, and being able to build an
Yeah, with my
audience and
mouth,
being
but
build a
still,
build a
like,
following. But sometimes we get caught up in becoming more of the story than reporting the
yeah,
story or
yep.
talking about the
Because
story.
what she was really getting at was saying that these men that I think she shouldn't use him because of his situation. Have respect. You feel me? But what she was saying that these men, they want to play. They be up in their late 50s still playing, and then when they get older and they sickly on medication on it, now they single and nobody to take care of them. They got to get a nurse, a aide, family don't even come by. So they saying
Some
like,
people, some people nowadays, they're not into the institution of marriage. They want to play. They're at a certain point in their life, and they want to meet somebody who may be their counterpart, or they don't want to meet nobody. Like some people just want to be single. They want to be. They
yeah.
don't want to be tied down, whether it's a man or a female. I don't think
Well, I'm
the
coming.
institution of marriage is dead. I think
All right, I got
I think for
you.
like you said, for her to use this as a situation, like yeah, he gonna be dying alone.
Was messed
He's
up.
he's got a daughter, he's got a family.
Yeah,
Like
he
what
not
makes them
alone,
think
and
that he's dying
I know he
alone?
getting buns, and I'm pretty sure he got somebody that he care about like that. That's just not out there. You see, they very private. Just because he's not married don't mean he's not in love. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought it didn't even matter. I felt as though he fighting for his life. He shouldn't have been a topic about something he said last year, saying he spoke it into existence. And then you gonna say this man on his deathbed? She ain't say fighting for his life. Like saying somebody on their deathbed. I was like, he's not in hospice. They not saying we expect him to die in the next week. Like, what's wrong with you? Just for people to come on, to tune in. And I think that's messed up.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
that's
but y'all men do
interesting.
need to get yourself together, trying to be a player to y'all 90, you know.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's men and it's some
No, the
women.
women, no, the women now, the women would prefer to be single. These independent women right now, they got their own money, they got their own cars, they got their own businesses, their own property, and they not ready to settle down. They
My
they
thing,
they they loving themselves right
my
now.
thing, my thing about anybody, male or female, in this society, is to be self-aware. Don't fool yourself. And what I mean by that is don't be running around here thinking that you're single and you doing you, but in the back of your mind you trying to look for somebody to marry.
That's
Do
true.
you do what you think you need to
Now,
do?
only time I could say a woman, because I'm a woman, so I could speak for us. Only time a woman is really enjoying being single, that's after a breakup. After fresh out of a breakup, she have no intentions on falling in love. She really probably don't even believe in it at that time. So she really about self. But eventually, after she done played and had her little fun, she want love. Want every, I ain't gonna say every woman. If she don't, she just scared to be hurt. If she don't want love, it
Hey,
ain't just she
you know
don't
what they
want it.
say nowadays, man. If you for the streets, you for the streets. Go for what you know. Ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
for it. If that's what
Like
you
you
think,
know what? I put me in mind. Did you watch Mary show, Mary J. Blige show,
yeah,
when she had Young Miami on there?
yeah,
Do you see how they want to be free? Like I'm feeling Mary. Mary been through a lot. She loving on herself. She don't want to be tied down. She don't want to be stuck. Young Miami, young, and living, and she was looking for love, but she got in her mind like, if you ain't coming right, then it ain't about nothing.
yeah.
I'm cool.
But like I said, Faith, my biggest thing is don't be delusional. Don't make yourself think that. And I do think a lot of times nowadays, some of us be thinking that we're super desirable because of joking.
Hmm.
like oh, Joker in your inbox. Well, you got a lot of people in your inbox. That don't mean they in your inbox for marriage. They might be in your
Exactly.
inbox just to
Mhm.
smash, and vice versa.
Yeah.
We got women that feel like, look, I don't really want to be with dude. I just want to have sex with him. And
Yeah.
it's my thing is, if you do it, live
Upstairs
and
we
let
talking.
live. Don't get caught up in thinking
Yes.
this delusion, thinking, oh, I'm a good housewife or I'm a good husband, knowing you ain't shit. You
Yeah,
feel
that's true.
serious. I mean, be
That's
who you
true.
are, be true to yourself.
Like
Cause the
some women that be like, "Oh, I want a husband. I want a husband," but they don't like to cook. They don't know how to cook. They're not a good housekeeper. They're not good moms. They rather party. You're not looking for a husband. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's how I feel. Same thing with a man. You playing out here and this that. No,
Cause some of
nobody's
us
not
ain't
doing
got nothing
it.
to offer but sex.
And if a person not happy, male or female, it don't matter how good the sex is. They out. You know they gonna that ain't gonna last but for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then she's not gonna be attracted to you to have sex with you or him. Because I seen this thing on Instagram. He came home working 13 hours and he came home with no food. Like
Mm,
went live and threw her stuff out. Everybody was saying he was wrong with the rain. He had no kids with her. All four of the kids with somebody else's. And he was like, I pay the bills, I pay the rent, and I can't come home to a meal. And she like, boy, if you don't get out of here, he like, you gotta go. Like live. And I felt that. Like he worked 13 damn hours and you think you got it like that, he gonna lay down with an empty stomach and you and your kids in here that he love you and your children. Get out.
yeah. I think because those traditions that we saw in our families, a lot of times people rebel against those traditions, not realizing that those traditions definitely, and I don't want to turn the show into a relationship show, but at the end of the day, like we traditionally, black men and black women have been always been partners with this thing.
Yes.
She ran the home, he protected, provided.
Yeah.
Even the times where he couldn't work or find work during
She had
after the
fine work.
industrial age, she
Yeah.
might have went and cleaned houses or did whatever.
Yeah.
They did it together as a partnership, a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
And like now, it's
Now it's
everybody wants to have.
competition. To me, these spouses in competition with each other instead of if you we like how could you be compete? How could you be jealous if I succeed? You know, my success should make you happy and vice versa. I want you to have your own identity, doing your own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We could do things together and root for one another. Like I want you to be the best of you, and I want to be the best of me. And I expect you to be happy that if I'm being the best of me and not being intimidated or jealous because it's my season,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of men like that.
yeah.
It's not
It's
too many
it's
women
it's
jealous of
it's
their
we-
men.
it's weird. It's weird of the competition and why people perceive that their significant other or somebody that they're meeting is competing with them instead of
Yes,
saying like, "Yo, I want you to shine."
yes,
Because as long as you shining, I'm shining. Like we together,
for
like we doing this
real.
together. It's a strange thing that has happened, and it's like, okay, we're on this competitive world together, but at the end of the
Yeah,
day, like
but
you
do you
turning,
when you see that power couple, when you see a man that know his place and a woman that know her place, and they together and they partners, they really partners. It's beautiful. You love it.
yeah,
They inspire you. You just look at them and you see the love. You see the strength between the two. The affirmation about each other. Like this, it'd be dope. And then you see the
yeah,
jealousy, the
yeah.
relationships when you come in. Oh, that and they bickering and all that. You're like, oh, she jealous or he jealous. Like, come on. But not women really
So
don't be jealous of their man's success. A woman, we brag about our man's success. Men they be intimidated. Not all men, because you got some good, strong men that adore that and that's attracted to that.
very,
You know.
very interesting. So Faith, I'm not even gonna put the article up. We just could talk about this for another couple minutes. We got
Okay.
another nut down in Texas that does shot people. Found before we went live that they had an active shooting in Atlanta. Um, we continue to see it over and over. We did the count shows on shootings. I'm tired of that. Like
Yeah,
I
but I
don't even
don't
be
know.
wanting to talk about it,
I
but
didn't get all the insight. So how old? What color?
So the dude in Texas, let me pull up an article. Hold up. NBC News ends after suspect accused of killing 5 neighbors found high pile. Francisco Orpreso has been on the run since he allegedly killed 5 people in Cleveland, Texas on Friday. He was found Tuesday hiding under laundry in the closet, officials said. Captured. That's a picture of him.
Mm.
The man accused of killing 5 of his neighbors with the AR-15 rifle in their Texas home was arrested Tuesday after a tip led authorities to a house less than 20 miles from where the crimes took place, officials said. The arrest of Francisco Oropesa, 38, in the city of Cut and Shoot, Texas, what a name, marked the end of a
Yes.
massive manhunt that was in its fourth day in Tuesday. A tip called into the FBI line at 5:15 p.m. led to Oropesa's arrest at 6:30 p.m. Jimmy Paul, the assistant special agent in charge of the FBI's Houston field office, said at a news conference, "We just want to thank the person who had the courage and bravery to call on the suspect's location." Is accused of killing 5 people, including a 9-year-old boy in Cleveland, Texas on Friday night after a member of the family asked him to stop firing his rifle because the infant was trying to sleep. So that's what he did, Faith. They
Wow.
came out, told him to stop busting his gun, and he came out and started shooting and killing them.
The neighbors.
Yeah,
He
the
killed his
neighbors.
neighbors.
Yeah.
Wow. That sound like some
Let me ask you,
fear thy
me and
neighbor
you live
shit.
in a state.
You heard me?
Me
It's
and you
like,
live in a state. Kill thy neighbor.
yeah, it's like kill thy
Me and you
neighbor.
live in a
Fear thy
state,
neighbor.
Faith.
The show that's called Fear Thy Neighbor.
Fear thy
Because
neighbor. Look,
yeah, they probably
look,
had
Faith.
animosity built up.
Me and you live in a state where we'll hear gunshots all the time. A lot of people shooting. A lot of people in these outskirts go hunting. I mean, when you hear gunshots, Faith, what do you do? Do you go to
First of
your
all,
neighbor and
if
be
it's
like,
too close, I'm ducking. You know, even if I'm at my home, if it's too close, I'm ducking. I'm damn sure not going out there touch my. Could y'all please stop shooting? My baby trying to sleep. No, that's not coming out my mouth. Like the heck.
unfortunately, one of our kids died. One of the babies died. But at the end, yeah,
Oh
it was a kid
wow,
that died. It was a kid that died.
wow.
But at the end of the day, like yo, like my whole thing is, you know where you live at. You live in Texas. Everybody got a tool. If he's busting his gun, why are you worried about your kid? Like you should just be like,
Especially that's what I'm saying. If they neighbors that know they know each other, so it had to be an ongoing thing. The music too loud. Probably they calling the cops or something. Because for you to just go off like that, it was built up anger, and it ain't no way in hell you just did it. Oh, could you please stop shooting because the baby sleep? What is? I'm tired of you type. That's what happened. He snapped, and yeah. What do you hear about the cousins that killed the sisters?
no.
Okay. The cousins went the two sisters, which is the girl who cousin, they went to go fight her. They arguing on the phone. First cousins arguing on the phone. The two sisters go to approach her. She shoots them. They're dead, both of them.
No. I don't
Only
know.
our people.
One thing I know, and I know
And
that
they saying they saying she stood her ground. It was self defense because they came in trying to stroll her, and she got license to carry, and she shot her cousins, and they did.
I know that violence can happen anywhere to anybody. But my thing is that certain areas, certain places in this beautiful country, beautiful world, beautiful earth, certain places just have a bunch of violence. And if you don't want to have that bull crap going on around you,
Move,
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 move. Yeah,
move.
if it's too much for you, like if you can hang, you good. But if you notice too much and y'all scared to go to the store to walk to your car, move. I
And
know if
then
I
and
feel
and
intimidated in my own neighborhood, I'm out.
and then even if you move to a city that's not as safer than suburbs or as we say the sticks, that don't mean that you have to be of what was going on around you. Like I
Exactly.
know how far you live from Kensington,
I'm a good I'm on a boulevard in Highland Park, so I'm a good 10 minutes, 11
and
minutes
so
driving.
most people that hear about the Kensington section of Philadelphia, all they ever say is how bad it is, how bad it is. But I've been through there a couple times, and you said you live close to there. Like when that's not your life,
No, no, no. Listen, my sister lived in Kensington on the worst block in Kensington. Like we chilled out there, cookouts and shooting, fighting, all that. Like literally. But since she moved, we don't go down there at all. Cause now it's crazy because we don't be down. I'm really looking at them like, oh heck, they zombies. It was zombies then,
but
but
when your
we was
sister was
living
living
there.
there, it was like that has nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah. When I
But
first
go
came down there, when I went to visit, I'm like, yo, what the heck? I couldn't believe my eyes. But mostly people they poor, so mostly every it's not like they poor. We struggled. These are they poor. They abandoned houses. Um, like the whole block, probably like two people that pay rent. Nobody on the block pay rent. They broke in the houses. They got the lights on, the gas, the water. They living in them. That's their home. That they yeah. So it's every day. Is they drinking, they drugging, and that's the lifestyle. That's like every single day. Now when I used to go visit, I'm like, damn, they don't want to change. But we was safe. We from the hood, so we blend in, but it's off the hook down there. But like you said, when my sister left, she has too much. She bounced. If you can't take it, you gotta go.
yeah,
But they were
yeah,
dying left and right on her block, like literally.
yeah. So what's up with this week where he said she said?
Oh well, this week on He Said She Said, we supposed to be doing um a good friend of mine. She a manager, she an artist as well, but she manages a lot of artists. She's having a pool party showcase. So she would he said she had to cover it. So that's what we're gonna be doing Friday. We're gonna be covering the showcase at the pool party.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this
So
concludes
we're gonna
another
go
good.
there. We're not gonna be in the
Oh,
studio.
that's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Your partner gonna be there, or you gonna be there by yourself?
I don't know.
Never know with him, huh?
No, he in a hot seat with me still, but he's more than welcome to come.
Yeah, he'll be there. We'll be there with some speedos. He'll be there with some speedos talking about he going swimming. But
Yeah,
anyway, great show tonight, Faith, and
yeah.
we'll
Love
pick it back up
you.
next
Yes,
week.
definitely. All
All
right. See
right,
you next week. Peace
all
out.
right. Peace.